Hey everybody, welcome to the My Lead System Pro November 2014 Member of the Month interview. My name is Patricia Sweeney. I'm an L4 leader and MMT member here at My Lead System Pro. It is my honor and pleasure to be here interviewing our November Member of the Month, Mr. Ron Gilak. Welcome to your Member of the Month interview, Ron.
Thank you, Patricia. I'm excited. This is so cool, and it's humbling and an honor. So I'm excited. Thank you.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, for those of you that might be new to My Lead System Pro or you're watching this interview and you're not familiar with what we do, we are literally the #1 attraction marketing platform on the internet, and we've been doing this for quite a few years. And, you know, the biggest names in the industry, the top earners, have really built their business foundation here and come out of the system. So when someone is chosen as a member of the month, it's a pretty big deal because we have still got those top earners in the system. They're still making waves and making it happen. And then for someone who is making new waves, you know, in their business to really stand out amongst that elite crowd so that, you know, the leadership and the ownership at My Lead System Pro says, whoop, you know, we got to get him out here because he's making it happen. It's a really big deal. So I just want to say, first off, congratulations for being chosen.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
And the reason we do these interviews is because, you know, in our home-based business industry and internet marketing, affiliate marketing industry that we're in, people really struggle with, you know, kind of how to get started. And once they try to get started, they tend to have these issues with like having their breakthrough moments or those aha moments, because sometimes people will work really diligently for a long time and then all of a sudden it'll happen for them. Other people come in and they're, you know, for whatever reason, they just do it. And then sometimes people kind of work really hard for a long time and it never quite happens. So having these interviews, having your story out there for people to be inspired by, to kind of maybe have an aha moment because of what you're here to share today, I think is really just an awesome thing that we do, and it really does help people. I've literally had people say, you know, this particular interview changed the way I viewed my business. So no pressure or anything. But your story is really cool. So really just take the floor and tell us a little bit about yourself and, you know, how you got started in this industry and sort of what brings you here to be the Member of the Month today.
Yeah, great question, Patricia. Well, I've been involved in network marketing since 2009. I got started while I was in college and transitioning out of a real estate career. My real estate business was kind of tanking at the time due to the economy, and I had a friend of mine in the same town, my buddy Ray Higdon. He was having something very similar happen to his real estate business, so had lunch with him. He was like, this is what I'm doing, and I was like, this is awesome. Yeah, I'm in. Sign me up. And yeah, so that's how I got started. And you know, I do the same thing that every company tells you when you get started, like make your list, do the friends and family thing, ask for referrals. And I did that for a while, for like my first 6 months, and you know, I was recruiting people and it was working. But then afterwards, I was like, okay, you know, what now? What do I do? So I asked Ray again, you know, hey, what are you doing? And you know, he told me about My Lead System Pro and how he's connecting with people on the internet. And then it clicked with me, like, oh my gosh, my biggest problem is I don't have enough people to talk to, and now I have an infinite supply of people to talk to, and I'll never run out of prospects to you know, build my business. So I turned it from, you know, being a struggling hobby and into something that can produce a full-time income. So yeah, but that really clicked with me once I found MLSP, just using the training and using stuff on Facebook. So when I was in that company, I did go full-time briefly, and unfortunately it did, you know, go through a merger. And when that happened, I lost almost everything. I lost a good chunk of my income, lost my motivation, my drive, all that kind of stuff. And I left the industry for a little while and started, you know, went from full-time, and I started selling furniture, and I hated that. I hated that. So if you're in a job that you hate, I totally can appreciate that, and I can tell you that there is hope, and you can get out of it. So, and I was stuck there in job and not in network marketing, and just trying to do a little affiliate marketing here and there for like 2 years, and then finally, again, I remembered, oh yeah, I have My Lead System Pro, and that's the way to really do it. That's the way to leverage myself, because I got burnt out in the last company. So I started using it. I went into My Lead System Pro pretty heavily, like about a year ago, just going through the trainings, plugging in, doing the mindset stuff, and just creating discipline with that. And you can see how like the leads increase and your sales increase and all that. And just by following the program and using the custom campaigns that you can make back there to do whatever you want, I've gone full-time a second time in network marketing in a different company. So I think just that in itself, like I don't like to talk about myself a lot, but MLSP doing that, having those resources, shows me that I can do it twice, and it doesn't matter what company that you're in. So, drawing that line in the sand and saying, I'm going to be a student and I'm going to learn this system and do things the right way, and decide I'm not going to try it, I'm just going to do it. And you persist until, and then you just keep going and compound after that. And I guess by doing that is kind of how I got to be here, MLSP Member of the Month. Yeah.
Well, oh man, there's so much good stuff in what you just said there. The one thing that I would definitely say, if you're watching this interview and you're looking for inspiration, you just heard a huge story about someone who you actually had success in an MLM. And I think that people are not aware that a lot of times you can be full-time working in MLM. So in other words, you're making the income that's required, right? So you're making enough to live a decent lifestyle and do all the things that you have to do to pay the mortgage and buy your cars and support your families and all that kind of stuff. But you're probably working 40 or more hours a week, maybe even more than you're working in your other job, but so basically you can still own your job in that situation, right, when you don't have leverage.
Yeah, I mean, well said. That's the thing. Like, you have control over your business and your future with that, but the problem is that you work for a crazy person with no time freedom.
Yourself.
Yeah, yourself. So.
Yeah, right. Well, they say that they'll say is we're all a little crazy, right? So there's no competition, and it's that's so funny. But so you were here in My System Pro, but didn't really at that time, at first, when you first were introduced to it, you had it, right? It was a tool, but it was a tool that you really weren't utilizing to build your brand of you, to give you the leverage, to give you the automated or residual income. I don't want to say income streams. It's really residual lead flow. And at the end of the day, isn't that truly why My Lead System Pro was built? Because while we're all racing to try to find residual income, what most people don't realize is that really won't happen in a leveraged, fun, exciting, only work 10 hours a week kind of way until you have residual lead flow, and you have to set up the foundation of your business in such a way that you make that possible for yourself. And you didn't do that then, but you're doing that now. Isn't that right?
Correct. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's true in network marketing. The lifeblood of your business is new prospects coming into the funnel, new people to talk to, and without that, you don't really have a business. And with MLSP, like, one of the things, I know you've experienced this too, Patricia, that happens is sometimes people automatically just sign up into your business without you having to get on the phone with them. But you don't experience that until you put in the work and you build the content and get it out there. So it does take time, and it didn't click with me right away. Like, I've been a member since 2009, and I would try something and I was like, oh, I don't understand, I'm frustrated, and I would like stop and like go do something else or whatever, and then come back and I'm like, all right, let me try again. So when I just got out of my own way and and really just followed the system and kept it simple is when I started seeing the residual lead flow that you're talking about. So I totally agree with what you're saying. Mm-hmm.
That's so good, man. It's exciting, you know, because I feel like this is the missing piece of the puzzle. You know, Miley System Pro, it fills that gap between people's dreams and the reality of making it happen. And so it gets me so excited when I actually get to meet people who work inside of Miley System Pro. We have such an amazing community, and it was a real pleasure meeting you at Live the Dream, which is our big annual event that we just had in Austin back in September, and we will all be there again next October. So put it on your calendar, make a commitment to be there, because what happens, people, you know, it's almost like you give yourself a deadline, right? We were on a hangout the other night talking, and some of the other leaders, it was really this cool sort of consensus. We're like, oh yeah, when the event's coming up, it's like we have a day. It really forces us and pushes us to meet that goal that we're reaching for, and then you get there and you get your award, and then you come out and you're like on like jet fuel, right? Because you're so pumped and you have all this momentum going into it because you work your tushy off and focus on the right things, you know, on the things that will actually make a difference in your business to make it happen for the event. So I don't know if you actually did that or if it was working in that same way for you, but I do know that you got your L2 Leadership Award at the event, which has only been about a month ago or so from now, right? And you're almost already at the next leadership level, which what's exciting about that for me is I know each one you literally have to double your results. So I know you're cranking out some massive momentum. Was the event a catalyst for you for that?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I can't even tell you that. I've heard so many people say like the power of live events and stuff. And like you know you always do that. You can go to your primary business and do the hoorah rah, drink your Kool-Aid kind of thing. You know what I mean? And with My Lead System Pro, this was actually my first Live the Dream event. And I was like, you know, I want to meet the people. I know it's going to be really good training there, stuff that I normally wouldn't get anywhere else. So I'm going to step out of my comfort zone and go to it. And I got to meet you and Brian Finale and all the leaders inside of MLSP, and that was awesome. I got a lot of new friends, new mentors, new team members. Excited about that. But yeah, since going to the event, Patricia, check this out. Since going to the event, I've won. Oh no, I haven't won, but I placed top 5 in 2 affiliate marketing contests in the past 30 days. I personally sponsored 15. My network marketing business has grown over just in this month. Like team production has gone up at least 200 new people in our organization this month. Yeah, lots of cool stuff. I'm forgetting a lot of stuff right now. But
you're excited about it. I can see that. That's so awesome.
Yeah. So
you come out of the event. Yeah, well, right. So your belief, right? You already had it because you were making waves, but when you go there and you drink some more Kool-Aid, but I think it's more fun Kool-Aid personally. I've been to a lot of live events, and I absolutely love our Live the Dream event. It's just really unique to the industry. So kudos to you. I mean, for not only getting there, right, you got yourself to the event, and you were already making waves, you were already making it happen, you were already applying a more seasoned business plan, right? So building your business, building a brand of you, because, you know, you mentioned something earlier that said, you know, well, the MLM you were with, because really for us, we now focus on building various profit centers inside of My System Pro, because it doesn't really matter what you're doing. You may not be an MLM. You could be doing any other sorts of things, but at the end of the day, what all of us have figured out is, okay, well, as long as we build us, it really doesn't matter. That's what insulates you and protects you from whatever may happen with those various profit centers, one of which for a lot of people is an MLM. So because when that happened, everything went like that, you're now building a stronger foundation for yourself because you're building your brand, and people are recognizing that. This is why you're here. This is why you have a huge, massive growth in your team. Congratulations for that. That's so exciting. And so, yeah, I just love it. I'd love to see it, and I know that you are going to just keep rocking it because people respond so wonderfully to you. myself enjoyed hanging out and talking with you, but I actually enjoy watching other people in our community, people on the Hangouts. When you come on and say hi, the panelists were like, hey, there's Ron. He's in the chat. What's going on, man? It's exciting to see. Well, it just says a lot about you as an individual and how you impact other people. And so, yeah, I just think that's awesome. So it's just fun. We have the best people in our community, and I definitely think that you're top-notch, sir.
Ah, thanks, Patricia. That's really kind of you.
Yeah, well, I want people to be able to reach out to you and connect with you because I know they're going to watch this interview and a lot of things that you've said have resonated with me, and I know a lot of other people who may have been in any of those positions in their business. They're going to want to tap in and figure out what it is you're doing and consult with you and coach with you and maybe even work with you. So how can people reach out to you and find you on the internet, sir?
Yeah, great question. I'm gonna give you guys two ways to get in contact with me. One would be through Facebook. You can connect with me at my Facebook fan page. Just search my name, Ron Gielok, on Facebook, and I'll pop up right there. Your second option is to go to rongielok.com, and my name is spelled RONGELOK.com. And if you enter your name and info there, I will actually give you some free videos on how I've been building my business on Facebook, and a lot of the mistakes that I've made that you don't have to, you can learn from. So that's totally free resource for you guys.
Yeah, and you know what, and that at the end of the day, that's completely what it's all about. You know, you're having the success because you lead with value and you put yourself out there and you share transparently with your team and with the people that follow you. And it's just a massive recipe for success. And again, just a pleasure to be here with you today. Congratulations on all of your accomplishments, including being the November Member of the Month inside of Mali System Pro. Cannot wait to hang out with you at our next event.
Yeah, me too, Patricia. Thank you so much. It's an honor and a blessing. This was really fun. Thank you so much.
Awesome. We'll talk to you soon, guys.